Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this webinar where we talk about how we can unlock the power of Autodesk Docs for the AEC industry. A bit about ourselves. The company is Arcans. We are the largest Autodesk resellers in the world. We focus on digital implementing and training. And our team over here works on the construction cloud part. My name is Rahul Madani, and I'm a technical consultant here at Arcans. I've been with the company for a good 2.5 years. I have a background in architecture, worked in I specialized in BIM Collaborate, Docs, and a few other tools in Construction Cloud. So the agenda for today. So what we'll be doing is first I'll just give you an overview of what tools we have in that come along with the AEC collection, and Docs is a part of it. So we'll see how Docs connects to the wider construction cloud portfolio. And within Docs, then we'll just uncover the different tools. Like we'll start off with files. So files, we'll see how Revit and Docs works together. We look at something called as a desktop connector. Then different tools like transmittals, issues, and reviews. So yeah, let's dive into it. So most of you guys have the AEC collection, right? So the AEC collection has tools for architects, structural engineers, MEP, civil, and construction professionals. So this is what is a part of the AEC collection. So also Docs is included in this, and Docs is a web-based platform that is meant for document storage. And if we look at Construction Cloud, so Docs, so Construction Cloud has a number of products that this is all web-based, and there are tools like BIM Collaborate, Takeoffs, Autodesk Build, and all of these tools have something in common. That is Autodesk Docs over here. That is where the documents are stored. And so when I talk again about the AEC collection, this docs that is part of the Construction Cloud is available to all the customers who have the AEC collection. So one of the things that we've when I speak to clients is that most of them do have the AEC collection, but they haven't explored Docs as such. So yeah, that's the reason we have this webinar as well, where we can show you the potential of what Docs offers, something that is already part of your collection. So okay, I'll be bouncing in presentation mode at the same time. I'll show you the tool as well. So I'm just gonna escape this and jump in. Okay, so as I said, it's a web-based platform, right? So all you got to do is in order to log into Construction Cloud, you just got to go to Construction Cloud, log in, and then yeah, you should be able to see this. So this is the homepage, and over here, as soon as you've logged in, you'll see a few cards over here. These are basically displaying some information about your projects and the tools that you're using. Next to it will be the projects. Projects is where you'll see the list of projects that you're invited to, and next to it is templates. So templates is where you can create certain settings in Docs, and you can save it as a template so that when you create a new project, all those templates are saved in that project. So that is what it does. Okay. Partner cards. What I'll do is I'll go on the homepage and I'll just open a project. So in order to open a project, I can either open it from here by clicking on any of these, or yeah, I've created bookmarks over here. I'll just open one of these. And so yeah, as soon as I open, what I'll see is on the top left, this is called the module picker. So this is where I'll see all the tools that I have access to. So initially, I did mention that Construction Cloud has a number of products, right? So I'll just open this one. And if I were to click on this drop-down menu, you see there are additional tools like BIM design collaboration and model coordination. They are part of the BIM Collaborate product. And this is build. Build is more towards a construction and project management side of ACC. So yeah, if you have those tools, yeah, you would have access to that as well. But for the moment, we're focusing on docs. So yeah, I'll just we'll get into the different tools that we have on the docs. Okay. So yeah, that's the module picker in terms of the interface. That's the module picker where you can see docs, or you can go to the homepage from here. Next to it is the project picker. This is where you'll see all your projects that you are a part of. And next to it is the templates. So yeah, so you can open the templates from here as well. Okay. So that's docs, and over here you will have see all the tools that are available within docs. And as a part of the webinar today, we'll try to explore each of as many as we can and see what it offers. Okay, the first tool that I want to cover is files. So files is basically where we store all our documents, and with files you can store close to like you can store more than 100 or 150 different file formats, and you can view like 100 different file formats. Also, Docs offers unlimited storage. So the idea is that you store all your drawings and documents in the files tool, and then with the granular permissions and access, you can start sharing these documents with the different consultants, people on site, and so on. As in Docs with files, as an admin, what you can do is you can set permissions to different folders. So yeah, you can that is where you can start getting into roles and setting up permissions for different individuals and folders. As users, what you can do is you can start uploading documents. You can view them, review them, download, yeah, and create markups and use it. Use the different tools within Docs. So that's what you would do as a user. Apart from that, you can share these drawings as well. So these documents that are uploaded can be shared with within the team, within the project team, also like internally as well as externally as well. So all right, we'll explore files. So yeah, so this is the first rule, files, and this is where we'll store all our documents. And under files, you'll see this project files folder. That is the root folder. And what you can do is you can start creating your folders for your projects under these. And yeah, you can, in terms of, as I mentioned earlier, there are different file formats that you can store over here. So for this project, yeah, I had uploaded some PDFs which are over here, some Revit files, some CAD files, yeah, some point clouds as well. So all of these can be stored on Docs. What we can do is we can also view these files. I'll just open one of these. And as I open a PDF file, you'll see that the PDF will be opened in the viewer, and over here there are a few from left to right. Over here left, you'll see a few markup tools, so you can quickly add markups. You can add comments on your drawings, and okay. Then at the bottom, you'll see different tools like measure. If you want to quickly get an understanding of what the dimensions are, you can get that as well. You can get quickly get areas as well. So that's possible. And on the top right, there's also compare tool over here. So if I want to compare the different versions of the drawing, I can do that as well. Just a second. Yeah. So once I start comparing, the two versions of the drawings are in different colors. One is in red and the other is in blue. Yeah, and you can see the differences between the two versions. So in terms of comparing, there's also this option where you can compare the different versions side by side. If I were to click on this one, I will there, in this case, what will happen is there's one version on the left and the other version on the right. And if I were to just move this line, I'll see the difference between the two versions. So yeah, that's a nice and quick way to compare different versions of the document. I'll close this. So similar. So we can not only view 2D drawings, but at the same time we can also view 3D drawings. I'll just open a Revit file. I have Revit at the moment, but if you had, let's say, I have seen Alice Works other files, they can be viewed in the platform as well. Yeah, so I can open the drawing. Yeah, I can open the 3D model quickly. Yeah, just go around it. And in terms of the tools that we have over here are similar to the 2D drawings. We can get quick dimensions over here as well. Then there's a really nice tool called section analysis, and what that does is you can slice and dice the building in different axes. So let's say if I wanted to yeah, section the building in and get a plan view of it, I can see that. Or if I want to cut the building in y-axis, I can do that as well. Apart from that, on the left, there's this tool over here called levels. And if you want to look at the building at a particular level, just click on that level, and yeah, you'll see the building in 3D for that level. So that would be possible. You can also get a first-person view where you can I can drop this person over here and walk through the building. And similar to 2D, we can do a quick comparison as well. There you go. And this is a really powerful comparison tool as well. So what it's doing is that it's comparing the two models, and the elements that were removed are highlighted in red. The ones that were added are in green and modified in yellow. So I can have a look at this element, how it was in the two versions. You see this window was deleted in one. So that's pretty cool as well. In terms of the different viewing modes over here, there's a side-by-side comparison as well. So again, I'm seeing one version 15 over here and version 13 over here. So nice, powerful tool for comparison. For BIM managers, if they do wish to export these changes, they can export it in an Excel and go through all of these one by one. So yeah, you can quickly open 3D drawings as well. Apart from 2D and 3D, we can also view Microsoft Office files. So I've just stored a few here. So So I can quickly open the Word document. There's a quick editor tool as well within the platform. I can edit the drawings and edit the document, and yeah, the document will be saved as a different version in, uh, in Docs. So similarly, I can open a PowerPoint as well. Yeah, so again, I can make changes to the PowerPoint, edit it, and then save it back to the cloud. Similarly, we can also open CAD files and view it within the platform with the same viewer. Uh, and with Revit, if you want to have connection with Revit, you can also open your Revit models from Revit without having to log into the web. So this is Revit. Within Revit, you'll see this Autodesk Docs icon over here. Just locate your account and the project, and you'll see the same folder structures that you see on the web. I can click over this or double click on the model to open it. And as I've saved this as the cloud model, the changes that I make, they will be directly saved in ACC. So that's pretty handy. Apart from that, there's something called as a desktop connector. And what that lets you do is it creates a virtual drive on your computer, and let's show you how that looks like. So this is Autodesk Docs. This is the virtual drive. Once I installed the desktop connector, this drive was created on my computer, and I've added the projects that I'm currently working on. So right now I was showing this project to you guys. So it's replicating the same folder structure that we saw on the web. I can Yeah, so it's these are the files that we just uploaded. So let's say if I want to open any of these files in the native the authoring tool like Docs, Excel, or CAD, I can open it from here, and the document will open up on in a document will be open in Word. So yeah, you can if that is something that you prefer, then this is the workflow that you can use as well. Apart from that, in terms of share, now that we've seen how we can view drawings, work with them, you can also start sharing these documents with people internally. So in order to share it internally, you just need to click on share, and you can either send it via email. You just type in the details over here, and oops. Add the details of the recipient, either by role or company, and you can send it to them. They'll get an email notification from the system that these drawings were shared by you. If you want to share these same documents with someone externally or someone who's not on the platform, then you can use this links opt anyone with links, and click on links, and you can copy this link in either your either Outlook or the tool that you're using to send correspondences. And yeah, if they were to open the link, they would see something like this, where they can download the file from here and open the document on the computer, or with Microsoft Word or so on. So that's how you can start sharing it externally. Apart from that, there's another important feature that is called the naming standard. So what you can do is you can implement naming standards on certain folders. You can create your own naming standards over here as per your company's standards. And then you can enforce these naming standards on a folder. And once you do that, what will happen is at any point, a document is uploaded in that folder and that doesn't comply with the naming standard, that it will need a validation from the admin, or the other members would not see it until it's validated by the admin. So I'll show you how that is. So let's say this is where you create the naming standards. Over here, we can apply it to certain folders. So what I've done is over here, I've implemented it to these two folders over here. See, that's a naming standard that I've applied. And I'll just go back and try and upload a couple of files in those folders. Say if I were to upload these files, see, as soon as I upload it, since the naming, it didn't match with the naming standard. Yeah, it's giving an error. It's asking the user to add change the naming as per the as it is asking the user to fill all these details that are required. If the user still chooses to upload, then what will happen is that I'll just wait for it to be done. Once the documents will still not be seen in this folder, but what happens is the documents are in this holding area over here. And what will happen is the admin will have to then open these documents, name it as per the standard naming conventions, and only then, after it's validated, they will move into that folder where the user had tried to upload. So that's a pretty handy feature. Lastly, about files or permissions, we can, yeah, for any folder, you can start giving permissions. And so in terms of permissions, what you can do is you can add permissions by role, emails or individuals or companies. And you can go granular with the permissions, where you can give either view permissions where users can simply view the files, or they can create markups. The other option is where they can edit and download, also edit the documents, or you can give them full administrative rights. So yeah, that's how you and with permissions you can implement it per folder. So if you have specific requirements on what users should see, then you can go granular for each and every folder as well. Okay, that is what I wanted to show you guys about files. And the next tool that I want to talk about is transmittals. Transmittals, and what transmittals does is it lets you share your documents with the wider project team. And it's basically creating a record, or formally it's creating a log. So at any point, if you want to go to the particular transmittal and see who had issued those drawings with the files that were issued in it, yeah, that's what you can do with the transmittal tool. And transmittals is very easy. Or you can either create it, you can select the files and then create a transmittal, or you can go to the transmittal tool and create transmittals from here. Choose the documents, and yeah, then add the details. And again, I can choose individuals or companies, and type in the message. And I can also choose if I want to want a copy of this in my email and send it. So yeah, nice and easy transmittals. Next, the other tool that I wanted to talk was issues. So now what issues tool does is that issues is this tool is used to assign tasks within the when you are working on projects. So, and these tasks or can be anything. It can be an issue related to safety, quality, design. It can be a clashes. And what happens is you can track this particular issue or task throughout the lifespan of the project. So let's say if there was a safety related issue and you've created it's in an open status. Once you've created it, what happens is once you've created and assigned it to someone, what happens is the person to whom it's assigned will then get a notification that yeah, a task has been assigned to them and they need to look into that. They'll then open the drawing and look into view the task, and after updating those drawings, they can change the status to pending. As soon as there are any changes in the status, you get a notification as well. You can then review that task, and if it's all okay, you can close it. So that's what we'll see how those issues are created within the platform. But yeah, and with these issues, there's also a construction cloud mobile app. So with that, you can create these issues on the computer or via mobile as well. So there's a seamless communication between the site and the team in the office. So yeah, this is an example of one of the notification when an issue is created. I can click on the issue, and once I click on the issue, I'll be brought to a link. There'll be a link of the drawing with the location of where that issue is. So the issues tool is over here, and in order to create an issue, I can open a drawing. Let me. I can open the drawing, and over here, there's this issues icon over here. Once I click on that, I'll see the different types of issues or the categories of issues that I can use. Let's say, for an example, this is a coordination issue, probably somewhere over here, where we want the wider team to know that there are changes in the layout over here. So I can add a title and assign it to someone to make changes. So let's say I want the draftee to make changes in in this layout. I will assign it to that person. So as soon as I've assigned it, the draftee gets a notification that something has been assigned to him. I can add a due date. Let's say I want this issue to be completed by next week. So start today. If I want to attach any additional sketches regarding, let's say, regard any more information, let's say like a sketch that shows how it was created, how it should be modeled, I can add that over here under attachments. Any additional comments can be added over here. And as I showed you in the presentation, there'll be a notification to the draftee. Once he completes it, he can then change the status over here to either pending or pending. And then yeah, I'll have a look at the issue and change the status to closed if I'm happy with the changes. So and all the activity or the conversation is captured in this activity log over here. So at any point, if you want to track or look back how that task or issue has progressed, you can have a look at it from here. So all the issues that you create for the project are stored over here in the issues log. And you can quickly filter those issues via status, or or I would just want to see coordination issues. Then I can uh, filter it out. After I filtered, if you want to export these nice and easy, just quickly you can create a report, and a report will be created for you. The report just takes 2 minutes to create. And it's pretty powerful as well. So since I'm talking about reports, I'll just touch upon this tool as well, because it relates to issues. So all the reports that we create can be created from this reports tool over here under reports. So over here, I can create 4 different types of reports. There are 4 templates over here for us to choose. I can choose, let's say, if I want a report that tells me that tells me the details of that lists out the issues that are assigned to different companies in the project, and so this is basically just filtering all the information from the issues that we've created. I can choose to save it to a particular folder. I can choose the type of issues over here. Let's say I just want to see status, all the open issues. I can choose if I want a cow page, how many photos per page do I want, the other fields that I want to include in the report. I can select it, and once it's done, I can run report, and a report will be generated. So I've already created a few reports. So let me show you how those reports look like. I'll show you first the issue detail report. Issue detail report is it's basically listing all the open issues that are there in the project. So So it'll have a cover page. It'll give you the list, contents page, which has a list of all the issues that have been created. And if I were to click on a page, it'll have a thumbnail of where that issue is created with the other details of the issue that I have chosen, or the fields that I have chosen in order to create the report. So that's what. And this is how the report looks like. So I have a few other examples over here. These were created in 3D. So this was for a clash. So you would see a snapshot of the clash in 3D plus other details that I've added. So yeah, and an example of per company. If you're coordinating with different companies, and if you want to see a report with issues that are assigned to different companies. You can see that over here. This was a report that was created for a particular company. So this is just listing all the issues that were assigned to A2K Technologies over here. So yeah, nice and easy to quickly create report. And the good thing about this is you can automate this process. If I were to go back to reports and go under templates, and let's say if I want, I've saved that report, I've created a template of the report, and I want to run that report every week, or then I can schedule it. So what I can do is over here is I can schedule it weekly, choose the day on which this report should be run, the time, and the time period for which it should run. Then I can also choose the persons to whom this report will be sent, and I can click on save schedule. So what will happen is every 8 a.m. on a Wednesday, this report will be created and sent via email to all the people who are listed over here. So that's pretty powerful and a nice way to automate certain tasks. Finally, final tool that I want to talk about is reviews. So what reviews the reviews tool is used for is you can create a workflow to where you can choose a few drawings that you want to send to uh, different consultants or team members for review. So what I can do is I can I can choose a set of drawings, then I can create a workflow where it's going from, let's say, the architect to review those drawings. Once he's completed the review, he passes on to the next person, and once it's done, the approved files or the drawings are shared with the wider team. So you can customize and create these workflows with this reviews tool. I'll just open one to show you what that looks like. Then maybe I just create a review. So the first thing as a user, what I can do is I can select the documents that I want to use for my review. Let's say I want the team to review these documents. I'll select them. I'll click create. So over here, so as a part of this setup, you need to create these workflows. So let's say this is the workflow that I want to choose. It starts with the hydraulic consultant, then it goes to the structure team, and then finally the architect reviews it. And what I've also done with this is once those drawings are reviewed and commented and marked by all the different members, it can be stored in a particular folder over here. So I've yeah, I'll give this review a name. So since I've chosen that workflow, what is happening is by default, it is going to the first person in the workflow, that is the hydraulics team, and I'll click send. Okay, so again, when I send, what is happening is the hydraulics team has got a notification. They come back to the platform by clicking on the link, and then they can start reviewing the documents. If you're going to start review, once as I'm an admin, I'm able to access the workflow, but usually if it was just delegated to the hydraulics team, only they would be able to view and comment. So yeah, let's say let's imagine I'm part of the hydraulics team. I would open the drawings over here. I can add comments. Sorry, I clicked on the link. Okay, let's go back. Yeah. So I can open the drawing and then yes, start creating, adding comments. There's also a stamps tool, which is just which has just come up, which was just launched in the November or the September edition of Docs. So with that, you can create your own stamp, add your stamp over here. If you're happy, once you're done with all your comments, you can click close, and all your comments are stored over here. So like that, you can review those run one by one, and once you're done, you just submit the review to the next person in the workflow. So it goes to the next person. So as part of the workflow, it goes to the structure team. Notice I can't change this or add anyone in this. It's all defined by the workflow. I can notify someone else if I want to. So they're like, it's like copying them in this process. I'll click send. So now it's going to the structure consultant. So he can start reviewing the drawings in a similar manner. He can open those documents, add comments, etc. And again, with this as well, what will happen is all the activity is stored over here. So it's everything that has been done will be traceable in these in the over here. in this panel. So again, I'm happy I've commented. I'll pass on to the architect to do the final review. Send. So as an architect, I'll initiate the final review, click start review, and finally, since I'm the final review, I get this column where I can approve, I can choose to approve these drawings or reject these drawings, uh, add any additional comments if I want. For the moment, I'll just, okay, and then submit the review. So again, when I'm submitting, I can choose if I want to save it in that folder or notify other members of the team. Click submit, and yeah, that completes the review. So when you this was a review that or a workflow that I had set up, but if you want to customize it in a particular manner that works best for your project, you can always go over here under settings, create approval workflows, and create your own workflows. So how it should flow. So by default, like you get different. The one that we just saw had it was a two-step approval workflow where it was going from two reviewers and then a final reviewer. Here you have different options to choose as well. So with that, with that, I would like to conclude or uh, the things that I wanted to show you within with this webinar. So just the whole intention of this webinar was to expand your vision of what the AEC tools includes. It's also it also includes docs as well, and there are plenty of tools that are that can help you guys. So yeah, do explore docs. It's pretty powerful.